Right, we are back here at Meadowbank. It's the start of pre-season. Marc, how you doing?
Fine, thanks.
The first thing on everyone's mind is what have you been up to over the last month? Have you been away?
No. Just working hard as always behind the scenes. As always, loads going on at the club. So, bit of squad shaping. More work off the pitch really than anything. Lots of exciting things happening. We've amalgamated our new youth section, and there's been a whole load of things going on. But this is the bit we like, coming back to training.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's start with looking at the return to pre-season, return to training, and then we'll move on to have a look at the league overall and what we expect from that. So on that, we've got 3 new additions to the squad. Could you run us through each of the lads?
Frankie Vincent, Louis Annesley, and Den Lewis. We're going to adjust our playing strategies this year a little bit. So we're very much handpicked those 3. Louis, ball playing centre back, 6'4", centre of a 3 or 4, obviously. Denon can play off the last man. We really wanted to sort of replace that kind of like Briggs part with that raw pace on the back line. And Frankie can play in a 3-4 positions. He's really versatile. All players from the league above, all a decent age as well. So they were handpicked. We really looked at just sort of the squad, and we looking at maybe some of the new playing strategies. And I see players like McShane being big players, and we looked at adjustments we'll probably make to the team, and I think we're in quite an exciting spot. I mean, look, everyone goes back pre-season and thinks they're going to win this and do that, and spirits are always high. But I think the squad's got a lot of balance. I think we've brought in players that we needed. And everybody's fit at the moment.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing those lads in red and white. Do you think fans can expect any more movement in or out of the squad before the start of the season?
No, I mean, look, out the squad if people don't do well. But I think there'll be no more signings. I don't think we need to chase the ace with that. I think we need to become a good version of ourselves with the new boys. I think, unlike this time last year, everybody is fit. I think it's the first time everyone's returned fit for several seasons. Obviously, we've still got 6-7 weeks of pre-season. No doubt we'll get the obligatory challenges, but if it sits within that sort of 10% bracket, you don't mind. That's what to expect. So at the moment, we've got a good start to proceedings. They're brilliant lads, the 3 new signings, and it just feels like we've already sort of put behind us that really interrupted season last year. It's horrible. Last season was horrible. Like we were always chasing our tails. So we had that, however long it was, 3 months playing without any centre midfielders and injuries all over the place. And we just felt like we was chasing our tails the whole time. It was a really unenjoyable season. The fans were the best thing about our season. The amount of support we got home and away was just phenomenal. But that's just where the club is now. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting these boys out there, and the setup is looking strong.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've seen today the first training session back. What is it from these first few sessions you're looking to gain for the team? Is it fitness or is it about tactics?
Yeah, I mean, initially it's just all the sort of fitness. We had a closed season plan. We've not really done that ever before. Ben Bacon delivered a brilliant closed season plan. They've all come back in decent shape. And the first sort of week or 2 will be largely fitness based, and then we'll start to implement the playing strategies, and there are going to be some adjustments this year. And the best thing about our adjustments to the playing style this year will be the versatility in the squad. We've got boys that can play in multiple positions. I think that's a real strength when you're looking to bounce around different formations. So it's great. We can't wait to get back at it at Bourne next week and go to up in Peterborough and have a night out, and we're all in good spirits.
Yeah, you mentioned Bourne there.
Yeah.
We've announced our pre-season fixture list. What do you think fans can expect from those games? Will they see a varied team, or will we be straight in there with what you intend?
Yeah, no, it's going to be. We've got 3-4 academy boys. I think there's one prospect in particular that's going to give us a really good problem. In Josh Hebert, we've got a serious player in our hands at the club. It'd be hard to hold on to him probably. But yeah, no, it'll be the obligatory. We've not got anyone that's, the boys from the academy are closer than ever before. Seb, Jack Saunders, Josh. These boys are really close to where we want players to be. So, yeah, I think the squad it's not too big, it's not too small. I think we've got that right, and it's younger predominantly. So we will be rotating players, we'll be trying different things, and we're trying to familiarise ourselves with some of our new sort of playing plans.
Yeah, it'd be great to see some of those academy lads get into the first team this season in what's looking like a really competitive league. How do you see the league shaping up? We've obviously got 3 relegated teams, so a decent bit of quality in it now.
Yeah, I think it's preferable for everybody. I think the league is starting to bottleneck maybe a little bit like the league above. That first year we went in the National League, it was Wrexham, Notts County, Chesterfield, Oldham, the list goes on. And this league now, you've got full-time teams getting relegated, Ebbsfleet, Maidenhead, Dagenham. You've got full-time teams that didn't get out the division, Maidstone, Torquay. So I think I would definitely prefer it to be competitive. I think it makes it... The one thing I've never liked about this division is that you get to a point of the season and there's some predictability about teams that fall away and results. And I think it's going to be really competitive. I don't think anybody, because of that, I don't think anybody will be banging a drum saying, we are the favourites. We've got Eastbourne left in there full-time. Matty Gray's down there. We've got Chelmsford are going full-time and Angelo's down there. All sorts of signings, brilliant signings. Hornchurch, great signings. It's going to be brilliant. But in football, you can only ever get one winner. So it's not worth throwing the kitchen sink at that, if that makes sense. So we've actually lowered our player budget by about 300 grand. We've reduced down, but equally we've improved the quality. We've been very. It's been sort of like a long-term project, really. When I say long-term, 14, 18 months. And we're not done with that yet. There's still more traction. I think we've learned that, from looking at the likes of Millington at Halifax and Gateshead, we've learned that there are more than one way to skin a cat. And obviously with where the club's come from as well and the success we've had, it's, we're just looking to maybe go back to maybe a little bit of our roots a bit more. I spoke this morning about the lads being uncomfortable, less rondos, less coaches stood around thinking they're Beckenbauer, more sort of like players throwing up at training and more nights out and, more togetherness. And yeah, we spoke about just that really. I want to tap into the uncomfortable side really of football in a polite way. So because when you go full time and you do mornings and stuff, and we need to be clear, we're not full time, we are part time, but we do mornings. But we're in a league now where probably 12 clubs will either do mornings or be full time. So I think listen, we're here to make a fist of it, you know what I mean? We're here to compete and concentrate on ourselves. I think we want to put on good performances. We put a lot of work into planning this season, and that's been going on for 6 months, whether we was in the league above or this division. I think it's going to be much more enjoyably competitive this year. I think the clubs in there are going to make it really enjoyable. I think it's going to be good for the spectators, the neutral, the home and away fans. I think it's going to be a great division.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was just wondering, we're a week away now from fixture release day, or just under a week.
It's a week, yeah.
Have you got any teams on that list that you've got circled looking forward to playing against? And are there any dates in particular you want to match those teams up with?
We want to go to Torquay away in the summer so we can have a night out. That's as far as we've got, really. I think there's a few teams you wouldn't want to play early on. I think you want to avoid those promoted teams, our friends at Horsham and maybe Chelmsford's little new sort of gig. I think you want to play you want the league to settle down a little bit, but you've got to play everybody, really. I mean, that's where we are. Last year, when the fixture list was at its fiercest, 2 games a week, we couldn't field a team, and I was standing in technical areas, and we were just looking at each other, going like, "This is tough. It's tough to take because we have one arm behind our back a lot." And I hope this year that's not the case. At the moment, that won't be the case. And I think we've got the squad is blended. We've got the experience of Moro and Macca around the place, and it's not just age experience, but experience of the club and what we do. And then we've got them new boys coming in as well. So yeah, it promises to be a roller coaster, but we're just going to go about our own business a little bit this year. It's going to be really competitive elsewhere, so I think we'll just worry about ourselves and see how we get on with that.
Yeah, exciting times ahead. So
that's
thank you
it.
very much, Marc.
I want the fans to try and come back straight away. We'll be having a night out in Peterborough, so let's all get out and about. Let's
get involved.
get involved.
Brilliant. Cheers, Marc.
Cheers, mate.